What's up, bag holders? We got an exciting one today. The market was up. We've got some things to discuss. We're getting overwhelmed with positions, as you could see if you check the website during the day. And just a heads up, stay consistent with the positions that are already on the books. But every new position is baby size. I'm broke. I knew it would happen. I've been talking about it, uh, but it's here. So let's go through and catch up the spreadsheet real quick. We had a donation to the charity on Friday, just like we talked about. Um, Sold some Bitcoin over the weekend. So let's check that out. Trade that on the 1 hour. And it was pretty cool because looking at it right here. That's it. Able to make some money while the market was closed always feels really good. And let's get the spreadsheet going. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like a pretty decent one. This is all standard size. I don't add to these positions. I just come in on the 1 hour and kind of let her go. We didn't have this very long. We got in on the 23rd. So we ran it from here to here in one day. Wow. Oh my gosh. I've been working on a computer all day and all of a sudden nothing works. Y'all ever had that happen to you? All right, and we got out. All right. 2.07% gainer. Nothing crazy, but they do add up. Remember, you only need about 5-6 of those a year. And yeah, very nice. And you beat the markets because you have to account for taxes. All right. Our PCAR filled up. I think that is a swing trade. Let's just check real quick. Yep. All right. So that is a swing. We've got so many positions that it's going to be hard to track, but we'll do our best. And we're definitely not looking the gift horse in the mouth. Okay, moving right along. That's normal size there. Realty income was the income. Equity I bought as part of our win on Friday. We also had MDU as part of the spinoff. Also got a little Brown Foreman and Anheuser-Busch for the cookout. And a little war on inflation, right? We'll jump around a little bit here. I just don't think there's an easy way to do it. But silver, we're able to sell that this morning. And you can see right at the open, right? Uh, 28. It's been 11 days since we sold it last. So doing good there. Let's see what kind of size we had. We had a huge position. Wow. Okay. 3, 6, 9, 10, 13. Oh, come on. Right how to count too. I'm fried after working all day. I hope y'all appreciate these videos. It's not high on my list of things to do, but I know it should make a difference for a few select people that are interested. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. That's a huge position for me. 2.49% gainer, and that's freaking massive. So for those of you who always wonder, like, gold and silver, it's because I make tons of money on it. So for month to date, we're up 9.33%. And as we always benchmark to the S&P, let's see how we're doing month to month, month to date. 1 month is up 5.5. So we're doubling the S&P. This is alpha. So when people talk about beat the market and all that, it's not easy, but this is exactly how you do it. Or how I found to do it, you know. This is my approach. You have to figure out your own stuff for sure. But this is what I do. We're able to sell Murphy today. Let's get a little scope in my old eyes. But it's a beautiful flip trade. Only one lot. But anything we can tack on to the end here. Our public account is doing quite well. But let's take a look here and see how we're doing on the flips for the main account. Obviously, it's not apples to apples because we have money going into other stuff, right? Different strategies and things like that. So it's an aggregate of all the strategies, but let's see how we're doing here. Looks like I had a boo-boo this month. Yeah, on a flub here. Yeah, screwed up a little BTI. Or it was a little funky. Something was funky here. So, not coming out good at all. And I made another mistake today, too, so. All right. As we go into the weeds here, we have docs. We got in as a flip trade. And since I have a 100% win rate, it's just a matter of time, right? May not be a 100% win rate after EBIX does whatever EBIX is going to do. If it goes bankrupt, then obviously that won't be 100%. But so far, then I look at it mindset-wise as this is already a profit. I just haven't got the money yet. It's kind of like waiting for a check to clear. That's why I look at it. You can see this is very much our setup. We got the double bottom over here. BYD. This is one I screwed up because I'm just so awesome. I put a sell order in when I was trying to put a buy order in. That's how dumb I am. But then I did a double lot buy back in, but it might throw things off. So what I'm going to do is treat it as if it was a sell and then have the new cost basis. It's not perfect, but there's so many positions going on. There's just no way I'll be able to track it. It would drive me totally bonkers. Yeah. These are the things that cost me by having a job, right? But the paycheck is still outweighs it. So, you know, it's not a perfect world. So I'm just rolling with it best what I can. But I bought 2 lots back in, so we've got the new cost basis, and we're just going to rock with that. May end up breaking even or losing money on this just because of the math, but when you've got this much activity, it's going to be bound to happen. Now, once I go, get the charity going, and maybe if I want to do this stuff, full time, just hanging out, it will happen less often. But make no mistake about it, humans, this will happen. It's just bound to happen. Took FedEx on a flip. Just normal lot size here. And then as we get through the day, we'll start to get into some of the baby ones. I think it's important to stay in the game. Some people would say they just sit out. That's fine. I don't do that. You know, I think staying in flow with the market because it pays to know what's going on. We got the D here. This is a bullet 2 on GPC. You're going to hit it for a swing anyhow. So if you kind of know what's been going on, staying up to date, I think it does have an edge to it. And you can see this is not ideal here. It's going straight down, but it happens, a little less than half of the time, but still very, very frequently, right? Sometimes they go straight up and hit, and sometimes they go straight frickin' down, and that's okay too. GPN. This is a second bullet. Third bullet. This is the third one, baby. The share size is just a little wonky on this one. That's what kind of makes it hard to decipher on my end. I still don't have a massive account. It's enough to generate the amount of income I need. But growing every day, or at least cash flowing every day. Got Target. We sold the sucker on Friday. Here we are right back in. Rinse. Repeat. Hopefully I don't lose my phone. I got low battery. Take a second, plug it in. So the last thing I want to do is lose all my data here. We're recording video. All right, we're in business. Okay. I'll try to save the rest of the day trade stuff. We actually got in Kroger too. It's been a while since I took this one. Sometimes this fits the bill, sometimes it doesn't. It has some wonky financials, but today when I looked, it fit. So if it fits, ship it. So thank you to all the Kroger employees out there. Appreciate your hard work. This was a baby position. First baby position. They'll all be babies until some of the stuff starts selling. And you could think, like, as we go through the swing trade positions here in a moment, you'll start to see that some of these are in profit. You think, well, just sell a couple of those, free up the cash, right? But I don't want to do that. Because we wait all this time for these stocks to set up. I want to let them run. So that's why I'm going to play it. You play it however you want. We're on to the day trade stuff. We'll start with the bonds, which was kind of interesting today. We got some opportunity where I wasn't really expecting it. It was running kind of wonky to the markets, and we just got a ton of buys in. So that's what we got there. The SQs. I trade this one real scared. I don't know. I don't like to be short the market. I just don't. But it makes perfect sense, and I think it's a great blend to be have a little bit of exposure, but it's so tiny. I'm not sure that it's worth it at all. But I absolutely love it because it keeps me in flow. This was 4 lots. We didn't really pull any kind of crazy profits, but it did hit the 70 RSI, as you can see. and I was able to just get out. So I like to do that. It takes my risk off the table. I can pick a better spot, right? But even short the market, 4.98% this month. And you actually have to combine that with the TQ. So for the TQ is the long side, right? And we just got to buy it. So let's go ahead and do that, and we will see what we have here. So 4.98% on the short side. And obviously we're in profits looking to get out here of the TQs. But if you look at this one, the TQs is 13.31%, right? So if you take the 4.98% from the short side plus 13.31% on the long side, that's 18.29% for the month, 1 month. And we still have several days to go. So if you're wondering why all the different strategies, why this thing rips, man, but you don't know when it will hit. It can sit for a long time, especially when the market starts to turn, and that's why we have the other strategies. But you can see these trading strategies, the shapes all work on all time frames. But when you're trading, there's one thing that I learned when I retired exactly a year ago, is that the market dried up during what they call the summer doldrums, and traders need volatility. So these leverage products are great for volatility. You go to the shorter time frame, and that is just the bee's knees, right? So here we have Ethereum. We sold this over the weekend, but you can see I actually got back in, I believe. It didn't fill. That's the one problem with this brokerage and this strategy. But I'm happy to play along because it is profitable. So we'll end that. We went on a long stretch for Ethereum and Bitcoin where nothing freaking happened. And if you recall, we closed that stuff out like Thursday of last week. And then Friday, we were able to get back in. And both of them ripped over the holiday, which was awesome. And it's, months of nothing. And then all of a sudden, seatbelts engaged, right? Seatbelts engaged. And they do move slightly different. I think it akin to gold and silver. This was 4.12% gainer. So really, really awesome. Looks like this was a Sunday deal. And it's really cool because this is all house money, right? So the drip goes into help me trade some of the stocks or whatever. I keep the position size the exact same. But you'll see from cryptos, 7.19% this month, and that's beating the market as well. Alpha, alpha, alpha everywhere. BitX was just a buy, I believe. Let's take a look. Buy. That's it. See, we're almost to a sell, so not bad. SPXL, we got an opportunity to get in, as you can see. It's a nice in profits, getting ready to go to sell. And oil, I kind of toss back and forth, but this thing built a huge position, and it's very similar to the other one that half-assed basically broke even. We've been building this position for a month, right? And this seems to go well for a while, and then, like I said, periods of nothing. So let's take a look here. Yeah, it's been going on for a while. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21 again, 21 lots. And it was essentially a break-even deal, but what this does is it allows me to take my risk off the table and free up the capital and get down to the smaller time frame. I'll do 10 lots on the 5-minute, and then I go to the 15-minute, then I go to the 1 hour, then I go to the 4 hour, then I go to the daily, then the weekly, then the monthly, right? So it was literally almost a break even. It was 0.19%. This is lagging, but there are periods, especially during down markets, where the other ones don't work as well. And then this one and the short position in gold and silver and bonds will start to take over. But as you can see, even in a bull run, the bonds and everything, I'm able to create good cash flow because I'm getting in and out. Trading, not investing. Investing's in the other account. All right, that's what we got for today. Let's go through here and look at the swing trades. And that will conclude today's video. So I hope y'all had a great holiday weekend. I don't like the holidays, but nobody asked me if I was okay with it. So we participated as well. And I'm happy to be back to work. All right. Get my eyes used to what we're supposed to be looking at. That one's going to be getting close. Yeah, I got to get my eyes used to what I'm looking for because I'll miss some stuff. Luckily, right now, it's, feast or famine in the markets. And right now, our strategies are feasting. We got some little D's coming in. All these little D's, we're picking up all of them because we have positions in every single stock. So you can see that the payout dates may vary, but there will be a huge amount of cash flow coming in a while. That's why people that want instant gratification, they struggle in the markets because things don't happen right away, just like they like. Even if you're a crypto trader or a sniper or a scalper, you can go through long periods of time where things don't go your way. So that's hard for people. Understandably so, right? Getting that hog money. This thing. This is a dog, baby. But it is taking us for a ride. Back under the 30 RSI, that's why I flagged it. We're ready for another entry on the swing trade. And you wait for these things to set up for so long, there's no way you should be closing them early. That's a totally different strategy, right? So let all the people come in late to the party and pump it up and then get out. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Hopefully you can see that. Look how beautiful this is. This is a slow, boring stock, but it has gone at the 45 straight up. So you're like, we'll just sell this one, then you'll have more money to buy the other ones. But if you always sell your winners to dump more money in a loser, you're going to have a hard time in the markets. Them's is facts. So you gotta let the winners run too, right? And I heard that for a lot of time, and I just kind of like, yeah, whatever. It didn't fit my personality. You hear people say you should trade your personality, and that's true. But I didn't really know what they were talking about until I, got experience. And but letting the winners run, that's my interpretation of it. I have the written down rules to follow. 29.75, that did hit the 30. The cracker business is going to give us another opportunity. We're going to collect the dividend. So that's the great equalizer. If you had a dividend portfolio, you're collecting a lot of dividends on the regular, but you kind of only compound as the businesses do organically grow. There are fads that come through. That one's very close. But overall, The business has to be worth more money or innovate. And it's kind of slow on a day-to-day, but of course over long periods of time, it's pretty massive. But with trading, which is what this account is, I'm looking for consistent, repeatable cash flow. I want to pull cash out of the market every single day. And again, as you see, we kept our streak going. So every day for as long as I can remember, I pulled some kind of money out from a trading pattern or strategy. And for those of you who have, pipe dreams of going full time and all that, because that's when you start having a little bit of success, that's the first thing you gravitate towards. For me, I still waited 2 years before I finally quit my job, only to get disappointed with retirement as a whole. But the variance can run a long time both ways. You can run bad for a long time, and you can run good for a long time, just like poker. And you just got to know when you're lucky and when you're good, right? This thing, we've got our assigned shares at 30.50, and I would love to unload that because we have quite a bit of them. This one's at the 12.50, I think. But you can see for a long, long time, this thing has been going sideways. I don't know what the legal proceedings are for this one, but it wouldn't surprise me if we don't see a D come up. So they get one every 4 quarters just to maintain a yearly dividend payer. That is worth actually a lot of money to investors like me, for one, because I won't invest in it in the future after I get out if they don't pay a dividend. I mean, that's a deal breaker. Uh, and also for the long-term stats. For companies will have them in as part of ETFs, ETNs, those kinds of things. This one's going to be close. That one's going to work. I can feel it. This one should go faster because we don't have positions in these. So the ones that are not flagged, all I'm looking for is, do we go below the 30 RSI? And if it's flagged up, I'm looking for an entry. Very simple. Looking for that swing trade entry. Any new positions down here, these will all be baby, baby, baby. I'm just going to take one share. And you think, well, why even bother? Because it helps build data, but also because it keeps me in flow with the markets. And I love it. This is my fun hobby. This is the thing I would do if it was for no money. They say you don't find the stuff you would do for free. This is it for me. And I'm sure you can tell. Clorox hitting. It did not hit the screener though. Bear that in mind. So there is something wrong with this company. So buyer beware. But we will still swing it. Because price moves in predictable patterns because of the way large companies have to get in and out of positions. That's why the shapes have to maintain. And the companies, to counterbalance that, will either issue more shares over time, or the stocks will become more volatile, right? Because there's less supply and more demand. Very simple stuff. BNS beat earnings too, I think. So saw BMO, that's what reminded me of it, but BNS was today. This is the Ross we got out of, and look, it went straight down. How perfect. How freaking perfect was that? Gaps fixing to fill. And I don't mind, man. I'll get out early all day, but I want it to run, at least give me a good run out of it. That's it. Awesome day back. We really got to work on consistency on my end. I made a few errors on putting the orders in. That is the thing. You get distracted as you're out there actually doing life. So I'm going to definitely have to watch and be careful. But take away the crazy BTI trade, and we're tracking really well. And yeah, everything's fine. And we have so many positions now that the domino effect starts to happen. We'll have some huge days. We'll get to feed the charity. We've put a lot of money, a lot of money in the charity this month. So it's grown, I think, almost 50% this month, which is awesome. But it just shows you it's small, and I got to keep pushing. So my goal is 20 million in trading profits, and split off 5 for the charity, and then grow this business, and then start living the good life. And hopefully I'll be able to share a little bit of that with you as well for a little inspiration. It is possible. Hang in there. And if you made it 30 minutes, give me a like. I'd appreciate it. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. Yeah, I've been doing them every day. I ain't missed a day in years. So, minus when my internet cable blew off the house. That was fun. But we stay after it, man. And if you got questions, whatever, let me know down below. Have an awesome evening, and we'll try it again tomorrow.